Hello and welcome to the RPG Blender, where we give lesser played games or forgotten settings the roll of the dice they deserve. I'm your host, Game Master George, thrilled to welcome you to our newest Grab Bag Gaming. If this is your first, welcome, and a quick explanation. Every fifth Monday in the month, we take a break from our normal campaign to try out a new system. I pick one I've never played and guide our players through character creation and a completed one-shot adventure. As we're learning as we go, expect some rules errors, but a ton of fun along the way. With that out of the way, join us as we enter a new world in RPG Blender's Grab Bag Gaming, Rippers Character Creation. Hello and welcome to the RPG Blender. I'm, of course, your host, Game Master George, and today we are starting up a new campaign for personal reasons. But that's fine. We'll be welcoming Craig back soon. Meanwhile, as we dive into this new game, welcome. Oh, wait, without him, who do I introduce first? Second is usually Greg. Say hello, Greg.
Hi, it's me. Hi, everyone. So excited to be doing a new adventure. I have no idea what direction George is going to take us on. Fun fact about my character, I haven't thought up anything for them yet. I have no idea. I have no idea what's going to happen. So,
fun fact of the player, he is the one who requested this sort of horror type game. So, any spookiness, you can direct back to him.
It's my fault. Blame me. It's all my fault. Oh, God. What have I done?
And along we have Rich. Say hello, Rich.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Greg, what was it like to be able to introduce yourself first? Was it nice?
Honestly, it was actually very intimidating. It was very scary. I see why Craig kind of stumbles. You know, he kind of is like grasping at straws. Like, what do I say?
Oh yeah, totally.
Really...
So an absolute sweaty mess.
Yeah.
But we forgive him for it. We tried.
Okay. Well then, now that I have been suitably chastised for my intros, let's dive into a game where I definitely won't kill everybody.
Yeah.
We're doing it, Peter. We're believing.
Today, we will be playing Rippers Resurrected, a setting for the Savage Worlds Adventure Edition game. I think I got all the words right there. There are so many of them.
That was impressive. That was a lot of words that don't normally fit together in a sentence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, Rippers is a setting where you play as monster hunters in the Victorian era. However, these monster hunters are not really the nice and clean, squeaky ones necessarily. These hunters will kill the monsters, extract part of their body, and then implant them into themselves to gain some of the abilities of said monsters. However, at some possible negative costs.
I imagine.
That sounds like propaganda. I bet it's fine.
Body parts of a monster into your body probably has some medical side effects.
Yes.
Maybe.
Being awesome. Is that a medical side effect?
That's not a side effect. That's a condition. That's what you're going for.
To be fair, not every Ripper engages in that. Other ones have their own charms that they're able to work here. Their physical abilities, natural, some magics that they might be able to work from their Rosicrucian magic, which I believe is descended from actually angelic magic rather than what you might see in other systems. There are, of course, also darker magics, but no true Ripper would ever partake in them.
Nope.
Yeah, no one would do that.
I'm gonna Frankenstein the heck out of
Says the lore.
Well, speaking of Frankenstein, Victor Frankenstein was actually a member of the Rippers until he went insane by implanting too many pieces of Ripper tech into himself, created a monster, and yes, now he's one of your worst enemies.
Makes sense. No, that checks out.
Your order was founded by Dr. Jack, who, in an effort to show just how safe Ripper tech was, implanted much of it within himself and managed to hide it long enough for him to then go off and become Jack the Ripper. And he is now the actual leader of the Cabal, which threatens to undermine and destroy your entire organization.
I feel like our organization's already destroyed. If our freaking leader was like, "Hey guys, this is totally safe. Watch me do it," and then
we get it. We're gonna be fine.
He might have left. Dr. Moreau might have left, but you still do have leading your group the great Dr. Abraham Van Helsing.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah! Sorry.
I was thinking it was gonna be like Dr. Jekyll or something like that.
He's gonna
I was gonna be like, perfect. That guy will never
Jekyll
go back.
is also on the bad guy side. Sorry.
Of course.
He used to be with you guys again, but
the bad guys side.
We had a lot of doctors on our side, and none of them saw like the scientific flaws with injecting monster.
So we have to both be doctors. And then... Well, those guys were idiots, but I'm putting this.
I'm a
gorilla arm
doctor
on
of
me,
science,
and I
not
feel
a
like
doctor of being a dumbass.
So, Dr. Van Helsing, along with his son Johann, lead your group now as you attempt to beat back the Cabal. It's the forces of Dr. Jekyll, Dr. Jack, and of course, Dracula himself, as they threaten to hunt down your order and take over the world, because that's what every Cabal wants to do.
Obviously, you're not going to
Of course.
settle for like Manchester or Wales.
Mhm.
You got to go.
Oh yeah, of course, of course.
There are dark things in the night, my friend. And how much will you become like them as you hunt them down? That's the question we'll answer.
80%.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna have a 2-to-1 ratio here going on. Yeah.
All right. So, that in mind, let's try and figure out who you are. Is everybody ready?
Well, we are doctors. That
We're
was
definitely
established.
doctors, so we're doctors. Unless
So-
it's a random chart, in which case I'm all about that.
It is not a random chart, as a matter of fact. So, what kind of doctors would you like to be then?
Pediatrician. No.
No, don't do that. Then I have to do
No.
bad things with children. And I don't
Yeah, no, obviously
know.
don't do that. Don't do that. Let's see.
Don't need zombie babies, please.
I think I'm going to be a doctor of medicine. That's vague enough that I could apply it to whatever circumstance I feel like I need to.
Doctor, like you have ghosts in your blood, have a little cocaine, that kind of medicine? Like what? Like alchemy medicine or like surgery?
Yeah, I have a vial for you. You drink
Oh,
the
so
vial.
yeah, you're
You feel
like an
better. I'm a
alchemist.
doctor of medicine. I have the medicine. I give you the medicine. You drink the medicine. You feel better. It's that kind of doctor.
I'm a doctor that specializes in haircuts and bleeding, so very
Like
Dr.
leeches.
Todd.
Like
it's just a normal doctor back then. Just doing a lot of bleeding. Super easy. Just cut them up. Maybe I'll be like an autopsy kind of doctor.
All right.
Like
a doctor of surgery or a surgeon or what's that? There's a better word for that.
no, surgery implies like we'll do surgery if I'm trying to plan stuff.
Oh, I thought you were
So-
going for a mortician, but okay.
Yeah, so I was
Or-
thinking mortician, but like I want to be able to put stuff in me. But no, I'm gonna do mortician. I actually
Mortician's
like mortician
good.
better.
Yeah,
Because
nice.
mortician implies that like I have the mind for it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's probably a bit more macabre, or maybe I just didn't have like the I'm trying to flesh out like what kind of character is like I'm gonna be a mortician. So it could be like
Didn't have the coordination to actually operate on living subjects.
yeah, that actually makes sense. I'm gonna say
Oh no, he's got the shakes. He can't get up.
because the thing is like if you think about like how like good you have to be like in order to like how steady your hands have to be, that's I would imagine it's a pretty small part of the population even today. So you have to have access to the schooling, which obviously we had because we're doctors.
Mhm,
You had
of
to have money for the schooling and for the equipment and everything like that, and then you also have to have the predisposition and everything. So obviously I was missing at least one of those things. So I'm going to say the predisposition, i.e. I'm just not good at doing things gent. So mortician just made more sense. I can sate my curiosity.
They're already dead.
Yeah, and like, what's the worst? I'm like, I punctured this. No, that one's me. That's not a fang mark. That's
Oh my god.
So as we go through the rest of this process, you should start trying to think of how you were actually introduced to the Rippers. Were you born into this? Did some event throw you into their path? What actually caused you to join them and be trained by them? But we'll be able to answer that later when we actually start a one-shot adventure. So let's dive into character creation. As you're in Fantasy Grounds, on the right, you will see characters. Go ahead and click on that.
okay.
Oh god, it's blank. I'm scared.
Yes, it is. That's
It's
good.
blank.
All the characters that I created are hidden. Go ahead and click new down at the bottom right, and you'll get your new blank character sheet.
Ooh.
Oh, it's not blank. It's got blood splatters on it.
That's true.
This is foreboding.
That is true.
Hmm.
So, the first thing that you will need to do is determine your attributes. You will see, let me open up one of your sheets so that I can actually do it. You'll see the attributes up at the top. We have agility, smarts, spirit, strength, and vigor. Agility is your dexterity. Smarts is your intelligence. Spirit is your force of will. Strength is your brute forciousness. And vigor is how healthy you are, how able to resist death.
Not die.
Constitution.
Yeah.
Each of your attributes starts at a D4. You get 5 points that you can distribute amongst them. Each point that you spend increases the die by 1 step.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh no.
Oh,
So on
yes.
average, it's increasing it by 1.
Yeah.
On average.
Mhm.
But given how we roll, it has no meaning whatsoever.
I will also say, acing is a thing. If you roll the maximum, you roll again again and add.
That means
so they explode.
That the highest and the lowest are both.
Fudge. So
I know.
low numbers are actually good.
Well,
in
they're
a
not
way.
good. They're just not
Right.
as bad as they would be if they
How
didn't
many times
explode.
can, like, if I get a 4 and I get another 4 and I get another 4 and I get another 4, like,
Because threshold of success matters. For every 4, basically, the way that this system works is your target number for any given roll is a 4. That's it. It's simple. Unless it's an opposed roll or there's some other kind of situation, you're shooting for a 4. But for every 4 that you beat your target by, you get a raise. Raises will let you have more effects, such as doing more damage to a target. So
I
those
like
explosions can go very high.
okay.
You are also what is called a wild card character. That means that anytime you make a die roll, you will also be rolling a d6, and then you'll take whichever one is the highest.
Is that just that's just naturally? Just any
Yes.
character can do that?
Yeah, well, not any character, any wild card characters.
Oh, we're doing
All
wild
player
card
characters are wild card characters, and some NPCs and
NPCs,
villains
okay.
maybe.
Gotcha. So we're special. We got an
You're
extra die.
special.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I think as a doctor of medicine, I have to be smart. So
I
we're
agree.
gonna pump our smarts. How do I pump this?
So right click it, and
Okay.
you will see a sign, and then you can pick the die.
I have 5 points to spend.
That's correct. Something to note. The first 3 skills, agility, smarts, and spirit, they affect skills. They don't actually, these dice don't actually get rolled most of the time for your skills. Instead, they affect the maximum die that you can have for those skills without needing to pay extra. So fighting is tied to agility. If you have your agility at a d6, then you can buy up to a d6 of fighting fairly cheaply. But as soon as you try to go higher, it's going to be more expensive.
I feel like you just spat a lot of really helpful information, but I'm totally going to disregard that.
So you see on the right
I-
here, athletics in your skill list.
Okay.
Athletics is tied to agility.
Right.
Now you have a d4 in both. If you wanted to now increase this to a d6, it would cost you 2 points instead of 1 because it's going to exceed your
Exceed my
agility.
agility.
Mhm.
So the skills being athletics, common knowledge, notice, persuasion, and stealth.
Those are free ones that every character gets. There are many others that you'll be able to get, but those are the free ones. And every skill has one of those 3, agility, smarts, or spirit, tied to it. Strength, well, it's about how hard you hit things and damage and strength. It doesn't really have a skill assigned to it. Nor does vigor. It's about how much you can take. So,
okay.
yes, having your high smarts means that you'll be able to buy up smarts skills cheaper.
I think I'm going to do that then. I'll be our skill monkey, and I'll let our mortician be the one that deals with cutting and
I think I'm gonna be dumb.
Okay. So
Brains
it's
and broad.
So it's not actually that you're
There's
just
all this
shaky, it's that
time.
you just couldn't learn
I tell myself
the
it's because I
parts.
was shaky. It's not what it was. No, not even kind of. I'm gonna keep the die forward. Like I've got a 6 in spirit, so like the character's probably good at like connecting dots, but that's it. Like it's like, all right, well this is broken this way, so probably blunt force trauma. Yeah, that makes sense. But
you
like, if it's like, could you save this contusion? I'm like, a hooey what?
I don't even know what that means. And I'm a doctor. Not.
Yeah, I'm gonna pump 3 in smarts.
I think I have to say, for legal reasons, I am not a doctor because I think impersonating a doctor is a crime. I am not in any way, shape, or form a doctor.
Yeah, you're quoting that thing. Yeah, it was
Yes.
the reference. Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, so we're going for 10 in smats. I'm a smat boy. Got a 10 in smats. I'm probably pretty vigorous too. I got a lot of vigor because I definitely
Human vigor.
try, experiment some of my medicine on myself. I'm guzzling a bit of my own.
Vigor will affect your toughness, and of note, spirit will affect your sanity, reason.
Yeah, so one's going in spirit and one's going in vigor. So, all right. So we got 10 smats, 6 spirit, 6 vigor, 4 strength, 4 agility.
Okay. And what did you take there, Rich?
I did 6 for agility, 4 for smarts, and I have 6 in spirit, 8 in strength, and 6 in vigor. But I might actually take the vigor out
Mm-hmm.
and make it so that way I'm not like super vigorous either.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm good. Nah, you know what? You know what? We'll keep it. Keep it where it's at. So I was thinking of putting an 8 in the spirit.
As
and
we go
strength.
through the sheet, if you decide to go back and adjust things, that is perfectly fine.
Okay.
I might be dumping everything and just going all in smats smats. That might be what's happening.
Do it.
Okay, next up we have your skills. You get 15 points to buy your skills with. You can increase the ones that you have here, but if you click on skills on the right, yes, but there are also other skills that you can purchase.
Oh, I accidentally added something.
What you can do is you can take one of those little pins next to a skill, drag it onto your sheet in the skills, and it'll add that skill to your list.
Uh-oh, I think I'm
So if
messing
I
it up.
hit new,
No,
Edit
you don't need to hit
lists?
new. Hang on. You don't need to hit new. Did you see the skills thing on the right?
yeah, I see.
You click-
Oh,
and then
on
take
the
the little
right.
pin,
Take
take the pin next to the skill you want, drag it in, and you'll get a new skill on your list.
I'm sure the record will show you definitely said on the right, but I just definitely didn't hear it. Common knowledge is smart. There it is.
As a reminder, your attributes affect how high you can buy these skills. It costs 1 point to buy it up to the die of your associated attribute. But if you want to go beyond, you can. It just costs 2 points per die.
Gotcha. Okay, so we have academics. That says smarts. I'm going to click on that. What does that do? Reflects the knowledge of the liberal arts, social studies, literature, history, archaeology, and similar fields. Explorer wants to remember when the Mayan calendar ended or cite a line from Macbeth. This is the skill to have. Well, I just said the name of the Scottish place, so I already screwed us from the get-go. Might as well take it. I mean, I might as well know Macbeth, right?
Sure.
Academics, boom. So that costs 1 point to buy the 4 dot, right?
Yep.
And now I said 4 dot. Wow, my
To
exalted
the
is
D4,
leaking.
yep.
And then if I want to upgrade it, that's going to cost 1 for each until 10, and then it would cost 2 for the 12.
Correct.
Okay, I think I understand.
And most of the skills are normal in here. However, there is one that is specific to the setting, which is Ripper Tech, which is your knowledge of Ripper Tech.
Yeah.
Ripper Tech, SMATs, reflecting knowledge of the creation, usage, and history of Ripper Tech. If a Ripper wants to be able to research and create Ripper Tech or to extract usable parts from creatures, this is the skill to have. I think that is the skill to have. Let's get us some Ripper Tech.
You're both going to be like full on into the Ripper Tech, aren't you? I never could have predicted that.
Yeah.
Gotta get the Ripper Tech. Science. I feel like I should have that. Science.
What?
I guess my real question is, are either of you going to start with Ripper Tech?
If we can, then
Yeah.
that should be obvious. Is that possible?
Yes.
Oh wait, there's science and there's weird science. What the heck is the
Definitely.
difference?
I'm taking weird science.
Weird
Hang on,
science
those
is
were
how
the
you become a mad scientist.
Mad scientist inventors. There it is.
Yeah, I'm taking them. I'm kidding.
Research. I feel like I should have research.
You should definitely have that.
Yeah. We're getting research. So what have I added? I should have been keeping a tally. I added science, Ripper Tech, research, and academics so far. So I still have 11 points. I'm probably going to spend some of those to pump these, but I have so many points.
Hey, it's not as bad as Knights Black Agents.
Whoa. Spell casting.
Yes, if you
Mages, wizards, and warlocks use spell casting to cast spells. Whoa. I thought this was like we're just like stabbing and slashing and using like steampunk stuff. I don't know. We actually had like magic stuff. Okay.
You could.
Occult. Okay. Yeah. Paranormal.
I'll just tell you this because it could matter in case you decide to go for it. There are 4 different types of arcane backgrounds. One is, of course, weird science, which you already found, which is your gadgets and whatnot. One is psionics for latent psychic abilities. There are miracles for the divine magic that you would get from the angelic magic. And there is just straight up magic, which would be, you would be a member of the Rosicrucian Brotherhood, probably. Enochian sorcery. So this is the one that's actually the Enochian sorcery. Miracles is just straight up, I'm a priest who is empowered by God.
Cool.
Yeah. So if you choose to, you could pick up one of those edges later, in which case those skills would be relevant. For magic, it is spellcasting. For miracles, it is faith. For psionics, it is psionics. And for weird science, it is weird science. Cue song here.
Wow.
We haven't even got to the part that Rich is going to enjoy more than anything else.
That's making myself into a monster. Yeah, that's what I'm here for. Let me see. I think I'm gonna take blank.
Well, I guess we know who's gonna fall to Ripper Psychosis first.
Not me. I'm gonna get my spirit way up because I'm guessing that's what you need to not have psychosis.
Somewhat, yes, that is correct.
Okay, then we're gonna put down that vigor and we're bringing up the spirit, baby. All All right. Language.
So it is your reason which allows you to resist the effects of Ripper psychosis. However, the more Ripper tech you implant, the harder it becomes to resist it. And fear can also impact your reason and sanity. So scary stuff, man.
I'm into it. Spirit. All right, and then we're going to have a die 8 in Ripper Tech, even though we only have die 4 in Smart.
Okay.
So
Can
that'll
you tell
cost
me
you
what
4
the-
points to go up those two. Yep.
Can you tell me what the normal skills are, or the common skills, so I can
Yes.
count which ones I do not have?
Athletics,
Okay.
common knowledge,
Okay.
notice,
Okay.
persuasion, and stealth. I think that's
Okay.
5, right?
So that means I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So hacking is
9.
probably not actually going to be a relevant one here. That is from.
Cool. I didn't take it, but I'm glad that.
Yes, I'm telling you that there, doctor, because
Yes.
there are
to
no
remove it.
computers yet.
I'm a doctor.
Excellent. Delete. Confirm. Delete item.
Yes,
There we
that
go.
is one that is from the
The expansion.
well, it's from the base game of Savage Worlds because that is meant to be played in various settings. So there may be some where hacking matters. However, in this,
one.
yeah.
Okay, so psionic abilities. I gotta have psychic abilities. I mean, I have to. It's just it's too
Okay.
cool not to.
I don't blame you. But don't.
So we're gonna. Okay, so I have 1.
Neither of you are going to take any fighting.
No, I had
Oh,
fighting.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I took fighting.
That's hand-to-hand melee.
I took
or-
fighting and
That's
shooting
correct.
and put a skill point
Shooting
into it.
is the one that's for guns.
Yeah, I took fighting and shooting and put a skill point into it.
I don't know how to shoot.
I imagine
anything.
that he's the research boy and I'm the one who puts the big monster body over my shoulders and brings it back last.
Yeah.
All right. You
Okay, so I have 1, 2. I
maybe
already lost
one
count.
over there, Rich.
Me?
You might.
Let's count.
I see your
1.
count is at 21 right now.
Ooh, 21. You're right. Okay, so let's see.
Let's figure out. You put 1
Probably
into athletics.
I put language, so I probably have to take the language.
And you put 1 into athletics. You put 2 into fighting. You put 1 into language. You put 1 into persuasion, which is tied to spirit. You're good there.
Yeah, I was careful about all
your
that.
Ripper Tech is worth.
I knew that was going to be 4. Oh, it's 5.
It's
That's
6.
why I did it. It's
no, it's 5. Yes,
It's
it's 5.
That's
That
where I
was
messed
5.
up because it's 5. I missed.
Let me just. I'm just gonna double check. So
Okay.
we're at. So that's. Oh crap! What was I at?
Shooting next to shooting.
All right. I went for as many
Let's
skills as
do.
possible, Rich. So I hopefully have
Right.
covered all of our bases. I don't know if I have, but I've tried.
Well, I have weird science and Ripper Tech, so I got us covered there.
That's the only science I don't have, which is probably why we work together, because that's the only thing I don't know.
And it's funny because you're probably like, weird science is bullshit, and you would believe that because I only have a die 4 in it. So either it's miraculous or terrible, but those are the only 2 ways it goes.
Yep.
love
So you
it.
were only 1 over there, Rich. You're good. I just wanted to make sure that it was actually calculating it based on your attributes, but I wasn't sure if it was going to be. But it is.
No, it
Which is
definitely
great.
is, which is
Smart.
great. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I need to figure out what I'm getting rid of. I guess I could bring my Ripper Tech down to a die 6, even though I do.
That would give you 2 back.
I know.
Then you'll need to.
And then I could have 1 to put something into, which will be great. So I could have
Mhm.
another skill, or I could put my fighting up to a die 8.
Or you could drop 1 of thievery.
I feel like, okay, George,
Mhm.
common knowledge, since it's a free skill,
Correct.
are there any applicable situations where common knowledge could be, I'm not making any sense here, but overruled by like academic knowledge?
Academic knowledge would probably be more about. So let's use an example of the world. Common knowledge would be to know who the president is now, who their family is.
Okay.
Academic knowledge would be able to recite the list of
lineage.
past presidents
Okay.
or queens, kings.
Because I'm feeling like it's kind of weird that my academic knowledge is so high and I didn't pump my common knowledge. So I could be like, oh yes, I could tell you all of these wonderful things about history, but also I don't know what day today is. What year is it?
Isn't that the standard stereotype of the academic?
Maybe. I feel
And you do have that D4, so you are assumed to have at least that base level of competence.
base level.
Yeah, like
But that's what I think is funny is it's like, would I ever be able to use academics to roll for something instead of for common knowledge if it would fall within the purview of something that I might have known academically? Just because I'm worried that I'm going to be a lot dumber than I should be.
It would depend on the situation, but
What am I worried about? I'm already going to be dumb, so it doesn't matter.
you will also, of
Wow.
course, be able to increase these later, should you choose.
Okay, we're good.
Oh, you're back
Yeah,
up to 21 there.
I feel the pain that
What did you
Craig
up?
felt in
agility.
in our paranoia campaign when he's like, God, God, why am I playing a genius? I don't know anything. This is.
That's the way to do
I
it,
feel
man.
the
That's the way to
intimidation
do it.
now. I have
No, just assume you know everything, and then George will go no, and then you go okay.
I was wrong.
Yes,
But until you get the hard
George
no.
is just a font of knowledge. Yes.
Yeah. All right, we gotta knock that back down to a dice 6.
Yeah, I made quite a few characters myself when I was testing the system out before realizing that the costing 2 when you get over it, it changes the game a lot.
I like it. I like it a lot.
This is only step 1 of character creation.
Oh boy.
Persuasion.
Yeah, I want to know what Benny's is. There's this thing in the top right that just says Benny's.
Bennies. You start with 3 bennies at the beginning of each session.
What's a Benny?
You can use said bennies to do things like re-rolling a check or ignoring a wound.
So is Benny like a servant? We've got a Benny. We've got like 3 or 4 Bennies.
Yes, it's
Oi,
a servant
Benny.
that you either drink their blood or throw them in the way of whatever was going on.
Dang.
But they're all named Benny.
Mhm.
How would they know which one? If I was like, oh, Benny, could you step on that?
They would
pressure
all just
player
be
on there?"
willing. They would all be willing, and that's the good thing.
But
about
then would I
that.
waste all 3 of my Bennies? That's what I'm worried. I don't
Well,
want to
yes,
waste
they
it
all
was a
die at the
train.
end of the session anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just 3 per session.
You get
Okay.
3 per session. You can get more if, you do something awesome or hysterical. You also get them in combat if any of you get a Joker as your action card. That's right.
Okay.
There's cards.
Initiative is card
I
based.
love card-based games.
Oh,
Love them.
Oh, no.
So the way that it works is you will be dealt a card at the beginning of each combat round, and then we will go down from ace down to 2, and that's the order in which you are activating.
Wow.
Joker, you can choose to activate whenever you like, so you can basically
Oh.
interrupt the round.
That's cool. That's
Mhm.
really cool. I like this.
Yep. Certain abilities might give you extra cards and you get to pick the highest, or give you extra cards and needs to pick the lowest, things like that. So, yeah. Everybody have their skills?
Yeah, I'm all
Now I'm
set.
officially ready.
All right. Next step is your languages. You know a number of languages equal to half your smarts dice. One of them should be English.
What if I have the language
Please make
skill?
one of them English. What?
What if I have the language skill?
I also have the language skill.
Language skill would be more about interpreting like dead language, things like that.
Or like faking it. So like if I don't know a language,
Yeah.
someone's like, "Que pasa, senor?" Blah blah. I'm like, he wants us to bathroom. That doesn't seem right. Time out.
Yeah, I would also allow you, I don't know if this is the way it's intended, but I'll also, for every point of language that you've taken, I'll give you an extra language.
Fair.
Because it makes
I
Cool.
sense.
appreciate it. Yeah,
So I get 1 more from having language.
Which means you
English?
get... Yeah. Yes,
so I would get
please take
6?
You get 6.
6
Mm.
languages. Oh man, I know a lot of languages. Am I allowed to ask using my academic knowledge the European, like we're in general Europe? Like,
Yes, you'll be starting in England, of course.
okay, so it would probably be
Obviously.
useful to know like English,
English,
German,
France,
like French,
Mhm.
probably Spanish,
Maybe. For an academic, Latin is also probably
Latin. I was
useful.
just.
I was gonna take Aramaic.
Or some dead language is usually useful.
Am I allowed to use my academics to be informed about what kind of dead languages the Ripper Society typically
How
uses?
dare you? Latin's probably huge.
It depends on which faction within the Rippers you were trained by. That's right. You're going to get to
Would I be
choose
able to
what
come
faction.
back? Would I be able to come back and edit
Yes.
this maybe?
Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
Right now I have English, French, German, Latin, Russian, and Spanish. I just threw
Alright.
Russian in there because I feel like, God, I know Russian, right? Like,
Yeah, why not?
Mhm.
Well, you never know. Like you could eat it. But I have English, French, and Aramaic. Wait, is Aramaic the dead language? I want to know like whatever the
Aramaic
modern...
is definitely a dead language.
Then I will probably instead know Arabic, which is
Okay.
not a dead language.
That's
no,
true.
no, we'll do Aramaic. We'll do Aramaic. Fine.
Ah, yes. I'm pretty sure Aramaic is a dead language. I don't think anybody speaks Aramaic nowadays. I feel like it was a huge deal when, what was it, the Passion of the Christ was done in Aramaic.
yeah.
Was that, that sounds like it's in my brain somewhere.
Hang
And the
on.
only other reason I know that Aramaic is important is because I used to play a lot of Call of Cthulhu, and Aramaic and Latin were just really languages that you wanted to make sure at least somebody had.
That's fair. Okay, so next in the list, we have your secondary statistics. Luckily, we are using Fantasy Grounds, so most of these are automatically calculated for us. Plug Fantasy Grounds, give us money, please. Your pace, this is the number of squares you can move, is 6. It might be affected by edges later. Your parry is equal to 2 plus your fighting die type. So if you don't
So-
have fighting, you don't get attacked. Yep.
Got it.
Your toughness is 2 plus half your vigor die type.
Ouchies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, so should my parry be... Wait, is parry 0 plus half my fighting die?
It's
or...
2 plus half your fighting die type.
So it should be 4.
Do you have fighting?
Oh, fighting. Sorry, I thought you meant strength. Nope, I don't have fighting.
There you go.
Mine's coming up right though.
Welcome to the world of bookworms.
I got you, buddy.
I might have to drop something for that.
It could be worth
just take
picking up
shooting.
a point,
Take a gun.
Just
but
for the
also
plus
shooting.
2.
Also,
Have a
shooting
gun.
is important sometimes. Anyway, your
Toughness
reason is equal to 2 plus half of your spirit die type. Okay.
And sanity
next.
is what's sanity?
Same thing.
Sanity is the same thing.
Oh, sanity and reason are the same. Okay.
Yes. Reason will be your ability to resist the influence of your Ripper tech. Sanity will be, well, your sanity. For the most part, they will probably stay in line, but there may be moments where they shift, so you have both of them on your character sheet.
Okay.
And what's status?
Status is your social status.
Cool. So I'm guessing 2 is like
2
Is that modifiable?
is working class, and yes, it is modifiable with edges later.
Nice.
Or hindrances if you choose to be.
super poor.
Yes.
I don't know what the
Okay.
payoff for that is.
Next up is your where is it? Your faction. What is your Ripper faction? Factions you can choose from. We have Fraser's Fighters. This is a loose confederation of mercenaries, explorers, and archaeologists led by the famous Tomb Raider Alan Fraser. Their largest lodge is a single manor in Cairo. There are the Masked Crusaders, a league of crime fighters and monster hunters nominally led by a gadgeteer hero known as the Yankee. There are the Old Worlders, a motley band of mad scientists, woodsmen, and werewolf hunters, the Wolfenjäger, who frequent the dark forests and mountains of Eastern Europe, led by one of the most famous Elder Rippers, Jonathan Harker. There is the Order of St. George, a secret society, a secret society of priests, monks, nuns, and monastic knights drawn from different religions and denominations and based in churches and cathedrals around the world. The order forbids the use of Ripper tech, but it gives its members access to holy relics.
Not into it.
That's our cleric class. I don't think we're going there.
There are the Rosicrucians. That's the right pronunciation of
Nice.
that.
All right.
Finally, I can read. They are actually technically currently disbanded. This group of alchemists, wizards, and astrologists was founded by Dr. Jack. They're the ones who first invented Ripper tech, but then later disavowed it. There are the Slayers, a group of vampire slayers, and the core of the organization. Once it was led by Dr. Abraham Van Helsing personally, but now it is his son Johann that takes a little more of the direct hand. And there are the Witch Hunters, a fanatical group dedicated to hunting down and destroying witches, Satanists, and other evil magicians. They joined forces with the Order of St. George to work against the Rosicrucians, but are now the most vigilant in rooting out people who dabble too much in magic. Which faction are you from?
I gotta be from the Rosicrucians. I mean, it's
So you
too
are
fitting.
you are a secret member of the Rosicrucians, one of probably their last trained members before their disbanding, or at least their formal disbanding.
Right, when
Who
they were
knows?
attacked by the witch hunters and whatever else happened there for their invention of Ripper tech, which of course we disavowed.
Of course.
But yeah, I mean, alchemists. That's kind of, I feel like the kind of direction my potion doctor is in the heading of. So I feel like
Ooh.
it's got to be where I am.
All right. And what about you, Rich?
What was Frankenstein?
What was Frankenstein in? He would have been in the Old Worlders, mad scientists.
Okay, then we're gonna be that. We're gonna do that largely because I want to play a descendant of a group of helpers. So like
Okay.
I'm like Igor Jr., but not Igor Jr., but like
Nice.
very very much that, which is why I'm like, oh no, I kind of get it because I remember it from my youth. Like I remember the castles, I remember the vials, I remember electricity. But then after there was a lot of fire, and then some people took me away, and then I've just been working on bodies since then, just stacking the bodies.
Just stacking the bodies.
Okay. Well, now that we've got that, the next thing to do is to figure out what sets your hero apart from the rest of the world. These are your unique gifts and your tragic flaws.
So the Rosicrucians were like, whoa, our bad. Our leader was uncool. But the Old Worlders were like, yeah, and so what? Science moves on. Do, 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 do.
Well, the Old Worlders aren't led by Frankenstein. They're led by who are they? They're led by Jonathan Harker.
Oh, and they're also also the ones that do like werewolf hunting and stuff.
Werewolf hunting, scientists, woodsmen.
Okay, cool.
You know who Jonathan Harker is,
again,
right?
it does. No, I don't.
Jonathan Harker, one of the individuals who fought Dracula and managed to survive.
All right.
He's from the book Dracula.
Oh, from Dracula. Yep, there it is.
Yep.
Connected the dots.
Well, what if I want to be a werewolf?
What if you want to be a werewolf, then you are one of the enemies of this campaign. And
No, I mean just hypothetically. All right, that's fine. That's fine.
We hunt monsters, Rich.
Sure we do. Sure we do.
So you get one free edge to choose. However, you can also take major and minor hindrances. You can take one major and two minor hindrances. Each minor hindrance that you take gives you 1 bonus point. Each major gives you 2. So you can get a potential of 4 extra points. These points can be used to, for 1 point, get an extra skill point, or get an extra 5 pounds in starting money. For 2 points, however, you can raise an attribute by 1 die type, or get an extra edge.
And how many are we allowed to have?
We can get up to 4, 1 major and 2 minor, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, I'm taking as many hindrances as I can, man.
Well, I just like them anyway.
This is the part that I knew Rich was gonna like.
Yeah, I go ham on.
Oh my god, angst is a fucking major hindrance.
Yeah.
Dark, brooding heroes and heroines suffer from depression, loneliness, and constant fatalism. Oh my god. Oh wait, no, that's suffer -2 to smart rolls. Maybe not.
Wait, no, -2 to smart rolls to recover sanity.
Man, this is wild. Anemic characters are particularly susceptible to sickness, disease, environmental effects, and fatigue. They subtract 2 from vigor rolls made to resist fatigue. I'm probably anemic. That's probably why I got into alchemy. Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of things. Like, for instance, you could have 1 arm.
Oh my god. Oh my god, it's so long. What the heck? All thumbs? All thumbs.
Big mouth, I like.
Oh no. If you roll a critical failure while using a mechanical or electrical device, it's immediately broken. You just suck so much at using things. Oh my god. This is arrogant. Ooh, a major hindrance. Your hero doesn't think he's the best. He knows he is. Whether it's swordsmanship, kung fu, or painting, few compare to his skills, and he flaunts it every chance he gets. Winning isn't enough for this champion. He wants to dominate his opponent and prove there's no one better. He's the kind of fighter who disarms an opponent in a duel just to pick up the sword and hand it back with a smirk. Oh my god. This is too perfect. Arrogant individuals look for the greatest threat in battle, hacking their way through the lesser minions only because they're in the way. So there's no like roll downsides. It's just how you play the character. You have to be arrogant. I was probably going to do that already, so I feel like it's not a hindrance. I'm just.
Well, now you can
myself
you can't grow out of that. Now you're just like, this is who I am.
Yeah, I just get free points for doing what I was going to do already. I might come back. There's so much to read here.
Yeah, I was going to say there's a lot of things.
Many. Scroll through, you'll see names that obviously draw you more. Like, I'm sure one of you wants Bullet Magnet.
Oh, there's ones that
I was actually thinking about taking
minor.
Big Mouth because I was thinking that I'm one of the reasons that like Frankenstein got like F. It's like, have you seen Frankenstein? Oh, the guy with the bolts and the electricity. It's like 10 feet tall. Yeah. Oh, that's a secret though. Don't tell the church people. A bunch of people with crosses tattooed on their forehead. Thank you, child.
God. You can just have one less Benny. You can just have bad luck. That sounds awful.
That is very awful. Code of honor. I'm looking at Curious and Big Mouth, and I feel like
interesting.
Those are.
This is actually kind of cool. I might actually want to do this instead of arrogant, because then I don't have to get myself murdered by running into a fight. Bad eyes. In settings where glasses are available, they negate the penalty while worn. But if they're lost or broken during combat, generally a 50% chance if I'm wounded or fail, then I'm distracted and vulnerable if it's a major hindrance until the next turn.
I fucking love that.
That's so cool. So I just have a permanent -2 penalty to any trait roll dependent on vision if I take that as a major hindrance.
You should definitely take that, because I'm definitely always going to be like, don't lose your glasses. You know you can't see good without your glasses, like just constantly.
That's got to be it. That's too good.
All right, Velma.
Oh my goodness. Bleeder. Oh my god. Some of these other major ones are so fun though.
I know.
You just can't stop bleeding.
This is why flaws, anytime they're available in a system, are the best.
Oh my god.
They add so much to character.
I'm actually now I'm like fudge. So we're gonna have, because I'm like, if I have one arm, but that one arm is like really jacked and a monster arm, then I'm into it. But if I have one arm and it's just one arm, then I'm not as into it. So I'm like, I might have to come back. Poverty.
Oh my god, there's innocent bystander rules. That's how bullet magnet works. You just can get hit by bullets.
So if anybody's shooting, you're like, oh, please.
Oh my god.
I love that.
Yes, shooting people is very easy. It ignores your parry. You just have to hit the target number. But obviously when you fail,
Somebody else gets shot.
quite possibly. Guns are dangerous.
Guns are bad. Clueless. Oh my god. Common Moloch
Guns
monster.
are really good for
I was
slaying
gonna say
monsters.
guns seem like they're great against supernatural creatures.
I mean, it depends on the creature, because part of this game is going to be researching creatures to figure out their weaknesses and whatnot. So, good thing you got a smartsy person.
Yeah, that's gonna be my only contribution. Is I know what we're up against, or sorry, what you're up against, more accurately, what you fight.
You will also be building up your lodge throughout this, recruiting people and
So cool.
getting the benefits of, you know, gaining a better library or surgery area. Perhaps you'll eventually go out and start capturing monsters instead of killing them in order to keep live specimens for research. You would never do that because that would be definitely skirting the line of things that would be bad.
Sure. I'm gonna take Big Mouth and Secret, negating the two instantly. Let's see.
I don't think that negates the two. I think that just
It just
negates
Fs
your
me
secret. Yeah, it just immediately bones you.
Yeah. Let me see. Obligation.
Oh my god, this one is so meta delusional. Your hero believes something that is considered quite strange by everyone else. Minor delusions are harmless, or the character generally keeps to himself, i.e., the government puts sedatives in soft drinks, dogs can talk, we're all just characters in some bizarre board game, etc. Oh my god, this is amazing.
Isn't it? You can see why I like this game.
My god. Elderly is a major hindrance. You could just be old.
Yep.
So is young. You can be like 8 and be like, I'm a hunter. And everyone's like, oh.
You could also be a screamer.
Oh god.
What does that even mean?
You
It
like you
means that
scream when
anytime
you
fail
do something.
a fear check, you scream at the top of your lungs.
Oh no, I would never. No, I can't do that.
I
I
fucking
can't do
love
that.
that.
That would be the worst. I don't understand how that could ever be a
Minor. Yeah, that's got to be a major.
It is a minor, however.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to take Big Mouth. So we're taking Big Mouth, just so we're all clear. I'm watching.
I figured. And just like with the other ones, you can drag the pin over and great. You
Yep,
got it.
I'm doing that now. And then for Major, there are really good ones. So I'm actually
I know.
really torn on them, like for how I want to play the character. So
Well, I
I
mean,
might
if you're
take Enemy Minor, and then I'll take Heroic for my Major, because my guy is like, I'm gonna help. I'm a helpful guy. And then my minor enemy is gonna be the obviously, you know, whoever it is that went with Dr. Frankenstein. It's like, what the fuck, bro?
There's also, you know, you could just straight up have the major hindrance of being ugly if you're descended from Igor.
My mom was really pretty.
Just
Also,
you're
it's,
ugly.
It's too easy to be ugly. I was looking at Ugly and Outsider, and I was like, these make sense, especially because if I'm an outsider, and if we can start with Ripper Tech, I'm definitely gonna start with it. I'm gonna be like, this has been implanted in me since forever. Like, they found me as a wee boy, and I'm like, hello, I have Ripper Tech. How are you?
I'm just gonna say, outsider will actually end up mattering because you will probably be traveling across the world.
Yeah, but my crew would be like my enemy, so it would not.
True.
Like, there would never be a point in time where I'm like, it's cool, I know these guys. The guys who I know will be like, kill that motherfucker. To be like double down. Let me see.
There's so many good. This is amazing.
Oh, mute is a thing.
That would be awful in a podcast. Please don't.
No,
take
you're right.
mute.
You're right. You're right. I'm not gonna. Thank you. Thank you.
And welcome to our silent podcast.
No, because I can say how I'm gesticulating and everything.
That's
you know?
true.
It's not like it's not as hard as it was when we were the puppets, and I made it so I couldn't talk and move at the same time because I had to narrate.
Yeah, that was.
I chose a bad one. I'll admit that. I did a bad. I'll take it. Overconfident.
Oh my god, quirk is fun. There's complete like freedom for what you want to make for that. That's cool.
Mhm. You could straight up. I mean, you could straight up be jingoistic too.
What's that?
Be a colonialist.
What does that mean?
This age of colonialism and belief in cultural superiority.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep away from that.
I already script that line with a mountain. I don't need it anymore.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, we're gonna be. Such,
I'm a more learned person, so I think
we're gonna be such wholesome monsters.
hunters, monster hunters.
Yeah,
That's
that's what I
Jumpy.
said. What did you say?
No, monster hunters. That's what I'm
Yeah,
just
what'd you say?
clarifying what you said.
Yeah, I said what I meant. Stubborn, slow. Probably.
This is killing Rich.
It
That
is.
he
There's
only
like
gets to
so
choose
many I
3.
want, and I might just.
I haven't even started
with
looking
no
at the
benefit. I'm just gonna
perks.
just throw them in.
You're looking at the perks. You'll find them in edges. You get 1 for
Yeah.
free,
Yeah.
and then you can purchase extra with your bonuses.
My points, my bonus 4 points.
If you want to start with Ripper Tech, there is an edge, which is Ripper Tech,
I want that.
That would be pretty fitting.
which lets
Oh
you
my-
start with up to half your total reason in Ripper Tech.
That seems a lot.
No, my reason is 5.
Mm.
So I get 3 Ripper
And
Tech?
you round up, yes. Well, so each Ripper Tech has a point value associated to it.
Okay,
So, so they're mostly
I get
ones
3
and
1-point
2s.
Ripper Techs, or like 1 2-point Ripper Tech and a 1-point Ripper Tech, or just
Mhm.
1 really good 3-point Ripper Tech. Okay. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, so can I take the outsider minor, but it would largely, because obviously if we're dealing with, so here's the thing is that I want it to make sense too within the campaign. So I that's why I wanted to talk to you about it. So if I take outsider, my thinking is because of my background, it would be I'm treated as an outsider in the order and in all orders, i.e. any other rippers we deal with are going to be like, oh fuck, it's you fuckface, as opposed to if I go to buy bread, no one's going to know who the fuck I am. They're going to be like, okay, here's your bread.
Sorry, I'm just reading it quickly to see what it. So it should be more applicable to like the actual area that you're.
Yeah, that's what I'm
in,
thinking. So it should be like I should be obviously an outsider in England.
Yeah.
So I can't take that one. I gotta do some kind of
I mean, I gotta pick Psionic as my arcane background. That's
obviously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's
I mean,
my
if you
edge.
took the psionic skill, then absolutely.
Yeah.
Also, hang on, before you commit to that, there are faction-specific edges, 1 for each. Rosicrucians get the Mystic Pact.
Where is that? Under M.
Oh, perfect. I'm gonna
Mystic-
take impulsive.
Oh my god, there's multiple pages. Oh my god.
Yeah. With Mystic Pact, you can take a level of fatigue to recover power points, which you use to cast spells or use psionic powers.
Should I take impulsive or heroic?
Impulsive or heroic? What's the difference?
Heroic makes it that way if somebody has like, if somebody's like, I can't pay you, but my daughter is missing, please. I'll be like, all right, well, it's a monster. I gotta hunt it anyway. And impulsive is just, I'm like, and I want to do this, so I'm gonna do it, and here we go.
I don't know. I mean, I think that's a question you should ask of your traveling companion.
Yeah,
Right.
you can be
Which
you
would
can be
he rather
heroic.
deal with?
Okay, you got it.
Yeah, I like your heroism. That's probably why I'm drawn to you, because you're an odd fellow, but you have a good
What
heart.
an odd person you are. How do
I think I have to get Mystic Pact with my what is it? I have to spend 2 points to grab this.
Mm-hmm.
It's also
And then-
very fitting that I'm like this like sickly, like my eyes are bad and I'm like anemic and everything, and I like drain myself to the point of fatigue to augment my my psionic powers. I could probably get like nosebleeds and stuff just to do this.
Yep.
I think that's pretty cool just from a visual perspective.
And then that leaves you with 2 bonus points, which you could use for
points.
another edge, or
I could pump that in points. I might just go back to my smarts and just pump that up to 12, right?
You
Because that's
could.
2 to get smarts up to 12.
Mhm.
I'll be the
You're not
smartest
tempted by
person.
starting with Ripper Tech.
I mean, I probably
You'll probably get it eventually.
will find it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, we'll pump my smarts up to 12.
Okay.
It's probably wrong, but I said I was going to get there, so we're there.
Okay.
Man, I hate that Clueless is a major.
He's still stuck on the hindrances.
I am. I want them all so badly.
Mine are
Uh,
anemic, bad eyes, and cautious. You can see I went A, B, C. I got them all
No, I'm
right
like
at the
I'm jumping
top
like
of the list.
all around.
Cautious just works out too, because that's how we role play. Is like we never commit to doing anything. We debate about it for 3 hours. So that'll fit in just like a glove.
Sorry. Debate about it for 3 hours and then change your mind
Change
at the
it
last minute.
the last second. Yeah. Oh God.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
This is a promising beginning.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna take Notorious.
Notorious.
Ooh,
Oh,
Well, and it's just because of
one.
my background. It has nothing to do with what I've done, but calling in favors is almost certainly going to be with people that we do have that, again, know more about what we are. And so it makes sense for them to be like, I don't want to help the freaks, so no.
yeah.
That's one of the cool things about this system. Rather than needing to be like, oh yes, this specific person owes you a favor, you track just the number of favors that you have, and then you call in those favors, spend them basically as you would any kind of resource, and you get your thing.
To it. I'm super into it.
Makes it a heck of a lot easier. So now you've got your edges. You get 1 for free. Your edge for your old worlders, correct?
Yeah.
Oh god, is grim fatalism.
Oh, I don't have that though.
You come from a grim, superstitious, and fatalistic land. Even children know most of the legends concerning vampires and werewolves. You add 2 to any knowledge rolls concerning such creatures. More importantly, It steals your mind against the abominations. When you are panicked or paralyzed by fear, you ignore any movement limitations or requirements. You
So your
simply
legs
treat it
always
as
work.
shaken. Yeah, but yeah, there's plenty of others. I imagine you are taking Ripper Tech.
Yeah, if that's one of them, I'm looking for it now. I'm literally
is.
searching so hard for it. Oh, there's 2 pages. Okay. Ripper Tech.
Oh, I
yeah.
guess I should have asked. Glasses are available in this setting, right?
Yes.
I can have. Okay. I just realized that. The whole
Nope.
glasses
Ah!
bit. I like went for bad eyes, and I didn't even ask if I was allowed to have glasses. That was the whole reason I did it. That'd be very funny.
Ripper Tech. We're definitely putting that over there. Okay, so that's one of my. So now I have 3 left.
You have 2 left. Getting an edge costs you 2 points.
Oh, and I can also increase my stats with 2 edge.
Yep. Your attributes with 2 or your skills with 1. Or you can spend it on money.
Right. You said one was £5 or
Yep.
something.
Okay,
Yeah. Nah, forget that.
I'm poor.
All right. I know
Right.
so many good ones.
My hump has a
One thing
special
that I
lighting
will
on it.
note, I don't think it matters to either of you. You'll see that there are novice, seasoned, veteran next to these. You can take novice ones because you
That's
are a
what
novice.
I figured. Okay.
As you complete things, you'll get advancements. Once you have gained and spent a certain number of advancements, then you will be able to get to seasoned rank, and then veteran, I think, followed by heroic, and then legendary.
Strong-willed. Does that, when it says test, does that include my sanity and other thing?
But it says what?
Resolve and sanity. It says, so strong-willed says any player who, oh no, it's attack. Never mind. Ignore my question. I didn't read it all the way.
Okay.
You know, like I do.
I wasn't going to say it.
Is there anything that increases resolve?
Increases resolve?
Yeah.
You mean reason?
Resolute. Reason. Yeah.
Is there anything that
That's derived
increases-
from your spirit, right? You just have to pump your spirit,
That's true.
right? Because it's half of your spirit.
Down to Earth is a background edge. It requires spirit of 6, and it modifies your reason by +1.
Or I could just, like you said, increase it by 1 and then it does the same thing. So,
That is correct.
so I'm going to just.
Wow, there's so much. This is wild.
There was also, weren't you also going to take weird science?
I did take weird science.
No, that's an edge to actually
You
be able
took
to use the
the
magic.
skill.
You took
Oh,
the
I
skill.
took the
Use weird science.
skill.
Mhm.
But the skill isn't useful
So the
without.
question is, are you going to drop that in favor of just focusing on Ripper Tech, or
Well, they're kind of the same almost. Like they go really hand in hand very well. That's the
no?
problem.
They're 2 different things. Well, I mean, yes, but kind of. Matt,
If I need to reanimate a werewolf arm to be on my back to slash at people who try and get on my back, then obviously.
that's Ripper Tech.
Oh well, then yeah, I don't need weird science. Get out of here, weird science.
Weird science is your typical mad scientist stuff, you know, like the crazy inventions, not specific. This Ripper Tech, where you're dealing with that, is this weird hybrid of mad science and
monster
anatomy.
biology.
Yeah, monster biology.
Gotcha. So it's knowing that the Jabberwocky's blood carries current, and therefore you can shoot electricity if you put it into your own blood. Blah, blah,
Yep.
blah.
So
I'm
you
into
both have your status of 2, which is working class. You did not take any hindrances or edges which adjust that, correct?
Nope.
Great.
Because I'm not practicing medicine. That's I stopped.
So then you get £5 to spend on starting gear. If you click on items.
Oh no.
Meanwhile, Rich, since you took Ripper Tech, you can look at the list of Ripper Tech and spend up to half your reason in Ripper Tech.
Wow, there's so much cool stuff. Demon hide,
Mm-hmm.
fiend's blood, gills, hag's heart, Hecate's tears, monstrous ferocity, mesmeric eyes, implants only, any vampire. What the heck? You rip out a vampire's eyeballs and you shove them in your own face?
I mean, that's pretty grim, but yes,
That's
but
gonna be
not
my
the way you're
character's
saying it.
mission, because that's how I gotta fix my eyesight. I mean, that's like
Let me see.
I kill a vampire and stick his eyes in my head.
How about
Oh my-
Sinner's spine? Implant a zombie spine into your body.
Where do you see these?
+2 on rolls to recover from being
Is that in
shaken.
items?
What? So your spine is so malleable because it's a
Yes.
zombie spine, you just can't get shook.
That makes sense.
Sinner's spine. What does it do? It gives you +2 on rolls to recover from being shaken. Not shaken is not actually being shaken.
Not physically like.
So the way that combat works, if I successfully hit you and only meet your parry, only meet your toughness with my damage, you get shaken. However, if you're already shaken, you take a wound wound. On your turn, you can attempt to recover from being shaken.
So you don't keep getting wounded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. Pheromones.
What's
Ooh.
modifier mean?
Plus
Is that
2
how much it subtracts
persuasion.
from my resolve?
Correct. So that's the total that you can spend up to.
Do you round up or down?
Up.
So I could spend 4.
What's your reason?
7.
Then yes, you could buy up to minus 4 modifiers worth of Ripper Tech.
Oh
Okay,
my God,
okay.
George, this is a lot.
Well, you can't because you didn't take Ripper Tech as an edge.
No, I'm looking at items.
Oh yeah, I mean
armor and like
obviously, you know,
guns
like there's stuff that isn't applicable because you can't get anti-personnel mines because they don't exist.
They're not real.
Right.
But if you filter it down to the Ripper Resurrected Player's Guide by clicking Group, then you'll get a nice little list of just the things that are applicable.
Okay, this is a little bit more manageable.
Mm-hmm.
Camera.
Yep.
That could be useful.
Good.
Clothing, common, cheap, and fine. Fine clothing costs 2.
One thing to also note is account for your living arrangements.
Oh my God, cottage, country home. Oh my goodness. Okay, I can't afford a cottage. That's 200.
No, you cannot.
Can you help me? Like this is so much to look at. I like if you could just like give me a.
Did you take shooting or fighting or neither?
I took neither because I'm a dum dum. I'm using just my psionic powers.
Okay,
My man.
We'll be doing that in a moment for you.
And I
then.
have bad eyesight, so you know if my glasses get knocked off, those psionic powers.
Yeah, I'm into that, but I would love it if you could just shoot. That would be great.
If I could shoot, is that what you said?
Just
I could
shoot. I'd love.
Okay, all right. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go back to traits. We're gonna go to our skills. We're gonna ditch. What can we ditch? Oh man, what do I ditch?
I don't know. Rough.
Survival. I might not need survival. I feel like I don't need survival. All right, we'll ditch survival and we'll grab shooting. Shooting covers all attempts to hit a target with a ranged weapon such as a bow, pistol, or rocket launcher. There we go.
You can no rocket launchers.
No
obviously.
rocket launchers, I imagine. Yeah. And I don't add any shooting to parry, right? Parry's only fighting.
Correct.
You know what?
Being
I might
really
actually
good at shooting somebody does not help you parry.
Did I drop Ripper Tech? If I'm not going to start with Ripper Tech, there's no real point to having it except for knowing what it. No, I need to know in order to extract and. No, I should keep it. Yeah, I'll keep it.
You don't have to. I mean, if he's focusing on Ripper Tech, you definitely don't have to if you trust him.
Yeah, I think I do trust him, and that's probably why I keep him around. You know, there's got to be a dependency for the partnership, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, all right.
I think you're a good guy, and I'm very trustworthy because I can't. It's pretty impossible for me to lie. I just say whatever I'm thinking like a dumb.
Can't tell a lie. I'm just telling the truth.
It's not even that I think I can't tell a lie. Like I'm absolutely I'm just not good at it. I have a question. Demon horns don't have a cost item. Can you look that up for me?
Demon
please?
horns. Let's see.
Fighting. Okay, so fighting is fists, axes, lasers, swords, martial arts. Yeah, we'll grab fighting. That'll give us a bit more parry, so we don't get brutally murdered. Nice. All right, I feel a little bit better about this. Okay, so
if you picked up shooting or fighting, I would consider picking up a weapon of some kind as a starting point. From there, clothing is probably important to have, a set of clothing, and your living arrangements. Spend those 3 things first, and then from there, you can buy the more niche stuff.
Okay, are pistols are a thing, I imagine, I assume?
Yes.
Black powder. Okay.
And then you'll see Derringer, Flintlock, Gatling, and pistol.
So pistol costs 1, Gatling costs 8, so we're not getting a Gatling pistol. That makes sense.
Now let me
Flintlock
look up yours.
costs half, so it's cheaper, but only 2 actions before I reload, as opposed to pistol, which doesn't look like it reloads. I mean, it has to reload, right? The pistol has to reload, right? I'm not seeing.
Yeah, what is it that
pistol is 6 shots. Okay, so pistol is 6 shots. Derringer is 2 shots. Range is 12, 24, 48, 5, 10, 20.
Demon Horn is -1, Rich. Just looked it up in the book. Yeah.
Thanks.
So I think I want to get 5, 10, 20. I think I want to get the pistol. The pistol looks like the best out of all of these. So I think I'm going to get the pistol. So that costs 1 gold.
The thing is, though, Rich, that minus subtracts from your reason.
Yeah.
Okay, you get you're spending it, right?
Yeah. So essentially, it's not just like, it's in there. It lowers my reason.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So if I go to 4, so that's why I was actually looking at doing 3 instead of 4, so that way I can have a reason of 4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which is like his average reason is like a person has, like it seems like, because obviously it'd be 2 and then 4 would be like the average like lowest most like bar you could have.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking, I'm probably going to try and hover around that.
Okay.
I'm just looking at what I have. So right now, I'm probably going to do horns, claws, not retractable. I want real Nosferatu hands, like real cool hands, you know?
Oh, God.
Hey, there's got to be a reason that people
This
are
is
like,
your friend.
I'm a cool guy and I'm not afraid of anything. No, I'm actually very afraid.
All right. How's your selections coming there, Rich?
Not great. You thought it was bad before. Let me see. No, it's not so bad because because I only have really one or two more things that I'm going to get, like one or a two piece that I'm going to get. So I'm probably going to end up doing the claws, horns, and then demon hide because demon hide is hideable until you're damaged, and then it's like, oh, you have gross skin under there, man. That's not cool.
Not gonna go for some zombie patches.
Nah, man. I because even with the horns, you can technically like just pay extra and like have like a cool hood or something where it's like normal people can't see you gross horns. Look at you. Until you use them, and then they're immediately everyone's like, oh, gross, you have horns. Of course, with the hands, there's nothing I can do about that. I got to keep them in my pocket or something. Gills. I actually,
Well,
you know what?
Well, oh yes, they do cost extra money. Cost an extra pound. Oof.
Yeah, it costs an extra pound for me to have good hats that hide my horns, which obviously I need to go out and have a good time.
My gosh, your group. I knock off your hat and his glasses, and you're basically just done.
It depends where we are. If we're in a fight and you knock off my hat, then we're fine. If we're shopping and you knock off my hat, then obviously that's an issue. Oh my God, that man knocked off my hat and put horns on my head. But probably not going to go so good. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go with the retinal implants. So that'll be my 3.
Okay. You know where to drag them?
No.
Inventory, Ripper Tech.
Inventory. Ripper Tech. Oh, perfect. All right.
Yep.
And then what's AP? That's what I want to ask. Because there's hardened hands, which do less damage if they have AP2.
Armor penetration, I believe.
So it says AP2 damage. So it says attacks with fists, blah, 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 strength plus D4, AP2 damage.
Let me just look at it. It was hardened hands.
Yeah. And then claws is a die 6 plus strength. So it doesn't have the AP, but it gives you +1 to parry, which is cool.
I think that AP2 reduces the toughness by 2.
Is that important?
Yes, in order to deal damage, when you roll your damage, you need to overcome their toughness.
Oh, so actually that might be better than claws.
If you roll under their toughness, you don't do anything. If you get between their toughness and +3 of their toughness, you shake them. And for every raise that you get, you can also do wounds on top of shaking. So reducing toughness is good.
Okay.
However, claws do more damage as a base. So more swingy versus...
Yeah, and it's you get +1 to parry. So this is more consistent. So this is, you will consistently probably damage or shake things as opposed to not. Maybe I don't do any of that. Maybe I just use swords like a normal person, you know?
Maybe. Yeah, swords like a normal person. That's right.
Normal people swording it up.
Let's say for melee, we have axe, baton, dagger.
Those do a lot of damage.
axe.
Like axes and stuff are like die 8s and stuff. So they're like pretty good damage.
This is strength. Axe is strength plus D6.
Where is the living situation?
Lodging.
Lodging. Lodging.
Oh, you know what? I actually like that a lot.
I mean, you two, I would say, could also live together if you'd like and combine your money for your weekly rent.
I would like that a lot. Yeah,
sure. I'll even have like a worse room than you, but I don't understand that I have a worse room than you. You have like a giant master bedroom, and you're like, and here's your big room under the stairs. Look at how much room you have. And I'm like, wow. So all this for £2 a month. What a steal.
So room furnishing cheap. Is that just decorations for your room? Is that not actually the room itself?
Wait.
Room furnishing, cheap.
Oh, yes. This is just for the furnishings. If you want to have like good. Yeah.
Okay. Cheap tenement house is 0.1 per week. Common house is 0.2 per week. Or sorry, 0.25 per week. What are we feeling? Are we feeling cheap tenement or are we feeling a common house? I'm fine with cheap tenement if you're fine with it.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, I literally don't care where we live at all. But my thing is, aren't you all about yourself? Aren't you like, I'm the greatest to ever live?
No, I didn't get that as a major
I was gonna say,
thing.
because if you took that, then the question is like,
that's just natural.
That's just the natural.
I don't get any bonuses for that. I'm doing that all myself.
Yeah.
I think that's what he had decided, right? That way he could grow out of it eventually.
Right. It's not I'm forced to stay in that character headset. Okay. Lantern. That feels like that's going to be very useful.
Could be.
That feels like that'd be very useful. And I need oil for the lantern too. Okay. Okay, so lamp oil, that's another 0.2. What am I at? I'm at 4.35. Pocket watch, that's dirt cheap. Nope, it's not. Dang. Pocket book, that's dirt cheap. Probably have a pocket book.
You know what's weird to me? In retractable claws, they mention that if you're attacking a creature with its own weapon, that you will always get past its resistances because creatures can always fight each other. But it doesn't mention that in any of the other ones.
Probably an editing oversight.
Yeah, but I think that's a cool rule. Like werewolves can obviously like beast each other.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually don't think I'm going to take claws because I was looking at the downside of claws and it's actually pretty intense. Like there's just not even any way to like hide it. Like just like if anyone sees your gross hands, they effing run. They are out of here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which that I can't. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I can't even be mad at them. Like, it's like, I get it.
Okay.
I mean, how would you react if you're walking down the street and all of a
I
sudden
would think
this
it's the
guy's
coolest thing ever. I'm the
slips off?
fucking I'm the worst person to ask that. I would think that'd be so fucking cool.
How would a normal person
They would
react?
maybe not, especially in the Victorian era. It's probably not as cool.
All right, let's rephrase that. You're walking with your son.
I still would think it's really cool. Also, I wouldn't be like, oh my God, let's run from this person who probably has some sort of disability. It's a terrible lesson to teach that.
when their glove falls off and there's necrotic flesh with gaping.
Whoa, who said anything about necrotic? This is just like it's just a long hand with long claws. Got like some demon hunter hands.
Inhuman claws. Okay, sure.
All right.
Look at
On
that
a set.
disability,
man.
Okay, so I purchased fine clothing. That was 2 of my gold. I purchased 10 Mr. Winslow's soothing syrup. And then I got the flintlock pistol, so that's 4 gold right there. And then the cheap tenement plus like a compass. Some
Did you get
lamp oil,
ammunition?
lantern, pocketbook. I need to buy ammunition.
I think so.
course I
Maybe
would.
not. I think it
Where
should
is
be
that?
ammunition. Actually, don't know. I would think that there would be
Ammunition.
but it's way.
Not in the Ripper's Resurrected Player's
Yep.
Guide.
Let me
They're
look
not
it up.
cruel to me like that. Is
Let me get a
ammunition only
machine
for
gun.
special bullets? Because there's like silver bullets and like garlic bullets and stuff.
Maybe.
I'm gonna be really sad if I have to kick my morphine. I was really, really happy that I could just buy a boatload of morphine for like dirt cheap.
Yeah,
Guys, I got
don't
all this
see-
morphine.
Yeah, I don't see anything about ammunition in this book, at least. So
Yes, yes, yes.
let me go take a look at the other one. Yeah, looks like normal bullets will be free until I learn otherwise.
Yes.
Oh wow, you are so close to your encumbrance.
Yeah, I am.
There is also armor, which I figure you don't care about.
Nope, not at all. Hang on. Do I need a satchel? Do I need to buy a satchel in order to carry like my flint? Am I allowed to like just have my flint and steel and like my compass in like my coat pocket, or do I need to buy something to hold the things?
I will let you have a sack that you can carry your possessions in if you would like.
Yes.
If you want something fancier than a sack, you'll probably have to buy it.
No, yeah. A sack is totally fine.
Okay. If you want like fancy briefcase, or if you were trying to do like a scroll case or something. What is a
No
rum
scroll
box?
case. I just need something to carry my little vials of Winslow's soothing syrup, my
Mhm.
lamp oil, my flint and steel, and my compass.
Yep. So, Rich, what are you working on now?
I am now in my items, so how much money do I have? But I'm
You
going to go
have-
really quickly.
You have £5 minus, I believe it is 0.05 is your share of the rent.
Yes, 0.05.
So you have £4.95.
Just gonna make sure.
Oh, I decided I'm probably going to have like mechano hands.
You're gonna have what?
Mechano hands.
Because the thing with hardened hands is that it comes from a construct.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you have.
I have like clockwork looking hands.
Okay.
They probably have like bits of flesh and stuff in them, and they're probably a bit chonkier. Like I probably only have like 4 fingers. Like basically I've got like 3 larger digits on my hands and then like a thumb. So not enough for like most people probably like, oh, you probably like had an accident, and then they'll just move off of it because there's no actual minus for it. But also if I'm from like the Frankenstein tribe, I felt like it was also more fitting anyway.
Mhm.
I was looking at like, oh, I could have a bite or I could have this, but I was like, nah, honestly, with the background, it just makes more sense.
All right,
And then
so
I was gonna not take it at all and just take demon skin because I was like, I can just get a better melee weapon, but I like it more. It fits more with character.
Okay.
Where are Grippers Resurrected? Where are you in the group?
Okay, so I actually
You
have
don't see it. It's up at the top.
0.15 left over.
Oh, that's probably why I'm down at the R, so that might be why I'm.
0.15. That's so much money to spend.
I know. Gotta not blow it all in one place.
I mean,
Let's be honest, that's probably just gonna be to buy more morphine. So I'm gonna leave it in my pocket and keep
Where's
the
the cost?
the syrup away.
Items.
you.
Oh, there it is. I'm
yeah, what
blind.
could you
So
buy?
Boilerplate. Yes, please. Cost all my money. Okay.
Don't you
If
need
I'm
a
in
gun?
the front, I kind of want a gun, but I want to not die more than I want a gun.
Well, there are other armors.
Oh, okay, never mind. Then we'll look
So
at
if
this
you
stuff.
do the down at the bottom, you'll see another group, and then you can select armor on that drop down.
Ah, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. All right, armor.
Like you could just
Boilerplate.
get a heavy, and remember, you need to pay £1 to hide your horns for a hat.
Ooh, you right. You right. Interesting. Leather armor is everything's the same.
What?
For coat. Oh no, leather costume. I see is not the same.
You'll
It
also
covers-
notice that it states area protected.
I do notice that. That's why I was like, this is all the same. But I'm like,
Mhm.
oh wait, no, it's definitely not.
Mhm.
And even boilerplate is just like it's not my head. It's just my arms and my legs. So,
Yep.
But a leather costume, which is almost as expensive as boilerplate,
But the leather costume,
covers everything.
yeah, for the entire body.
Yeah, it covers everything. That's the deal. It's because it covers your head as opposed to not covering your head. And no matter what, so basically, if I take boilerplate, I can't afford a hat, and so I can't do it anyway.
Yep.
Or I could take a leather costume, and then I can afford a hat,
Or you could take a heavy coat or leather armor.
but then I
Or-
can't afford a hat.
Heavy
Keep
coat
that hat.
is 2.
Oh, you're right. I can afford a hat, and then I can afford some other things like a gun if I was so inclined.
Yeah, you probably need a gun, or probably want a gun.
I might take away my dark vision and give myself demon hide now. Looking at this, or I could just give myself demon hide, and then
Oh
I'll have
my
3
God.
reason.
Good.
I might do that.
Remember
How
when we
bad of an
started
idea is it
this?
to go down to? How bad of an idea of it, George? You know this campaign. How bad is it to be at 3 reason out the gate? Should I really try and stay at 4 reason?
He's not going to tell you.
His eyes are telling me a story, which tells me that 4 is probably where I want to live. So I'm gonna just get rid of dark vision, I think.
So
Because
let
demon hide's
me-
really good. Demon hide gives me 2 armor. There's just
Does?
2 armor on my body, which is not. It's not a little bit of armor. Now that I'm looking at the armors in this game, I'm like, that's not a little bit of armor.
Let me setting rules reason. Setting of reason of 4 is when your hero is sane and in full command of your faculties.
So under
Once-
that is not.
Once it slips below 4, the hero becomes more detached and isolated and less human.
I don't need that starting the campaign. So we'll stick where we're at. What do you think, man? Should I get rid of my mechano hands or my dark vision, Greg?
Sorry, say that again.
Should I get rid of my mechano hands, which I might not even be using that much because I'm probably just gonna have like a battle axe or something like that, or should I get rid of my ability to see in the dark?
I got. It has to be the mechano hands. I'm
That's not-
sorry.
Like I have to have them, or I have to get rid of them.
Ability to see in the dark is so good, though.
I know, and everybody's human. I feel like I gotta agree.
Okay,
I'll
you know
buy
what?
them
No,
back.
no, no, no,
I'll
no.
buy
You know what?
them.
No. I'm brought a lantern. I spent my hard-earned money on a lantern. I got the scene in the dark covered. We're gonna light that lantern. It'll tell the monsters right where we are, but at least we can see. So totally under control. Everything is fine. Everything's fine.
I'm gonna look at the melee weapons real quick. We're just gonna.
Yeah, I can't. It's your call, man. That's so hard.
No, I know. That's I'm just looking for advice. Obviously, I'm not like gonna be like, tell me what to do. But I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I
should
would say
do?
like because I have a lantern, I mean it basically, it nulls the need for the dark vision completely. There's no downside to having a lantern, and there's no upkeep for it either besides lantern oil, which I must purchase. So clearly, it outmodes the need for the ability to see in the dark when we might be fighting monsters that we don't want them to know where we are.
I can get something called Ripper Claws. Those look cool.
Yep.
Anything that's called Ripper Claws is automatically like in my
Sounds cool,
definition.
but they're also
cool.
very expensive, so I almost certainly can't afford them. I can afford that and my hat. I'll be like, these are my possessions.
The rubber claws are a set of sharpened blades set into a metal housing and worn on the forearm like a bracer.
Oh, so they pop.
I don't think so.
Oh, so like they're just out, but like you have a bracer, so you're like, I would like a hot dog, please, and you just have like.
Pretty much. That's why they cannot be disarmed.
That makes sense. That's why I was thinking like, are they retractable? Because they're not
And why they
retractable.
take a full round to strap on.
That also makes sense. I don't want that for my life.
Mhm.
Oh,
and they also give you a +1 parry.
they do. I saw that was the part that I was interested in. Was that sweet parrying?
So I don't know.
I don't know either. It's not helpful. I also don't know, George.
Well, the question I mean, I know what I would probably pick.
What would you pick?
I would probably pick the Dark Vision myself, along with the Demon Hide, because there are so many monsters out there with claws that you could then rip something off of and get them later.
But I don't want to go under 4. Like, I need to have the stuff to stay sane. That's the other problem.
Let's be realistic here. You're eventually going to give in to temptation and go under 4.
One day, but it's going to be for something really BA, man.
By the time you reach seasoned. By the time you reach seasoned, which is after a total of 4 advancements, you're gonna be under 4. That's my prediction.
All right, well, let's put it. Let's save that. Let's save that bean footage, gents. Let's see if that comes to fruition. Fudge. I could take.
You're gonna come up against a mummy and be like, "Oh my god, I have to get its.
I need its skin."
Yes, that's
there's
one of the things.
There's actually a lot of stuff you can do with mummies. Yeah.
Well, Pharaoh scales. That's its skin.
You got to moisturize though, otherwise you get gross.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually a thing. Like, you have to spend like a pound on moisturizers a month to be like, oh no.
I love this setting.
Oh, it is so good. I'm literally just making my dude and having a ball.
I hope you are satisfied by this selection here, Greg. I hope it meets with your request.
I think I'm gonna get rid of the hands, but they fit the character.
Don't know.
I know this is hard, man.
Or you
I
could
feel
just
like
go below 4.
No, because then I have to start being a weirdo. Like, what am I gonna do? I gotta eat garbage. I mean, I could eat garbage. That's actually just gonna be like, you're gonna like, I just eat anything that's remotely edible. Because the retinal graph's too good, man. Like, what if that lantern breaks? Something's gonna happen. We're gonna be in the dark, and I'm gonna be like, F us. But also, if I die in the first combat because I got no armor, it's also not great.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of things here. And the demon horns, realistically, I could get rid of, but they're really good, and it's literally just an extra die for attack with no minuses. It's just, here you go, headbutt stuff. Right? I'm reading that right,
if you have horns, why do you also need the hardened hands?
Because it's separate. Recipient can make a fighting attack using die 4 with no multi-action or offhand penalty.
I mean, let's be fair here. Running in with an axe and then
headbutting stuff.
Headbutt.
I know, it's really cool. I want it so bad. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of my hardened hands, even though they're. I'm still gonna have 2 fingers though, because that's cool.
Oh boy.
Rare protect. Give me my demon skin.
Aren't you glad you didn't go for River Tech, Greg? Yet.
I'm very glad that I've not yet become corrupted. Although I cannot wait to become corrupted. Hey, no, I'm on board, man.
So while he's working on that, you have one more thing to do because you are psionic.
Oh yes, I am.
You get to choose 3 powers. If you click on your little psionic edge, you'll see that there are 3 you get to choose 3 from a selection of certain powers.
Okay, so I can choose 3 of the following starting powers: boost / lower trait, mesmeric suggestion, deflection, which is a telekinetic shield, detect / conceal arcana, deep concentration, puppet, penetrating gaze, quickness, mesmeric trance, and speed. Time distortion and telekinesis, hand gesture. I don't know what any of these are, but
so if you click powers,
clicking powers,
you will then see that they all appear there.
Arcane Backgrounds, psionics, powers. Okay.
You see it?
Okay. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. So what were those again? So I can look them up and see what they do.
You can open both of those things. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was boost / lower traits. Let's type that in. Boost / lower. Oh, the filter does not really work the way I want it to. There we go. Okay. Boost / lower trait. Power points 2. Range. Smarts. Duration 5 or insta if resisted. Don't know what any of that means. Horrifying. Trappings. Physical change. Glowing aura. Potions. Hey. Power allows a character to increase or detect a target's trait, attribute, or skill. Boosting an ally's trait increases the selected trait 1 die type or 2 with a raise for 5 rounds. Nice. Or I can lower an enemy's trait that has a duration of instant and lowers the selected attribute or skill. So I can basically make us better at doing things or them worse at doing things.
Yep. It's the generic buff debuff spell.
That feels like that's a solid one to have. I feel like that's just always good. Modifiers. So modifiers are if I do really well on a roll or something, or no? Is this...
So modifiers, you can take these modifiers and have to spend extra power points when you use it. So it normally costs you 2 power points to hit a single target, but you could buff both of you with 1 action by spending an extra power point.
This is cool stuff. Additional recipients, fatigue. If the target is affected by this power, they also suffer fatigue for 2 more power points. That's really good. Wow, I can apply fatigue as a debuff. Feels good. Glow shroud creates a soft light or dims, slightly obscures. That's pretty cool. So I can make something glow or I can shroud something. This is like super applicable in like a wide variety of ways. I think I'm definitely taking that.
What does reach mean?
What does reach mean?
Yeah, reach on a melee weapon.
How far away you can hit something.
But can I attack things that are like next? So like in D&D, you know, like if something is a reach weapon, it couldn't attack something that was close to you.
What are you looking at? What weapon?
Specifically a bayonet. That's reach one.
Good question. I will look it up and get back to you with that answer.
Thank you, sir. Damn you, great axe. One day I'll own you when I have money. That's going to be the character goal. I'm going to like pine after axes. Like whenever we go into like a lodge and there are axes, I'm going to be like, oh.
Reach. Weapons with reach allow their user to make fighting attacks at the listed range. A reach of 1, for example, allows target to strike a target 1 inch or whatever distance. Weapons with outreach can only strike targets at arm's length, so adjacent.
Okay, so
it does not prevent you from hitting right next to you.
Cool. All right.
Which was always something that was a little bit silly, I think.
I agree.
There are certain weapons where it makes sense, but with a bayonet, you can easily stab somebody right next to you, in addition to just choking up more and stabbing a little further.
That's what I'm thinking.
But also, did you take a rifle?
I took a because I can put this on I'm either going to take a rifle or a musket, but it makes sense, so I can like just get one shot off, and then I'm going to be like, yeah. And then I'm thinking my character, the way I'm imagining it is I'm probably going to have it like you know the Krut rifles, like so I'm going to have like the bayonet on one side, and then I'll have like kind of like a little like axe handle like on the other side, so that way I can like come up on the back end if I need to. So like far away I'm doing the stabbing, and then if you're close, then it's kind of like a reverse axe. Okay. Or I guess an axe just not swinging down. Cool. But that's more thematic and less, you know, important. So that's 2, and we had 5 starting.
5 starting pounds. However, you spent 0.05 on your lodging. And you should also buy clothing.
Oh, I don't have clothes. Like I'm just naked.
I mean, if you don't buy clothing, you have like raggedy falling.
So I have like a set of clothing that I wear that will be shitty. Yeah, got it.
Because I'm not interested in making you walk around naked.
Clothing's not in here.
Yes, it is. It is in Monday.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so some of these psionic things actually are like seasoned and veterans, so I can't take those, right?
Which ones are seasoned?
Like speed or the time distortion one. Speed is seasoned.
Yes, that is correct. If you were starting at a higher level, or if you gained this power at a later level, then you would be able to take it.
Yeah, quickness isn't even popping up. Telekinesis is seasoned. So I think I'm just stuck with the base 3, which is boost, deflection, and detect, control, arcana. I don't think I have a choice, basically, because those are the only 3 novice ones. So
well, there you go.
I was like debating, like, well, is this worth grabbing or not? Well, I guess like I don't have a choice.
But let me look into your quickness thing first.
It's probably it's lower down, so I assume it's probably like seasoned or veteran, which is fine. I don't need it.
Quickness. See, sloth / speed. All right, it's a seasoned one anyway.
Cool. All right, I got my psionic powers. I got my cool traits. I got my gear. I got my hindrances. I got my edges. I got my secret order. Got all the makings of a phenomenal monster hunter. Time to die in session 1.
Oh, yes.
You know how I work. That's right. I'm killing you all and then raising you as zombies in the modern era.
Whoa.
1, 2. So my hat is 1 pound, which brings me down to 3.5. My band. I'm gonna have it. It's gonna be like a custom bowler hat, just like a normal ass bowler hat. Happens to cover my home. Oh, maybe I'll make it like one of those like the newsboy caps, like the what are they called? Like the blinder, like the Peaky Blinder hat things. The newsboy caps.
Oh yes, the newsboy. Yeah, the caps.
That's 1, 2, 3. So I have a whole pound left to play with, I think. From rent.
You're like, this is gonna be so fast.
It is. That's like, well, because it is technically fast, but I'm like, now I have to get my mundane stuff. So I'm technically ready to start because I'm just getting like grappling hook, rope.
This is what I wanted anyways. I have like a support spellcast ability. I got like detect magic, and I got like a conceal ability.
Yep. And then there are of course other ones that you can learn as you improve. Like if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, there's a much longer list in your background.
Oh, in my background. Okay.
Yes.
I was gonna say there are a lot of spells, so I don't know which ones are mine though. Wow.
Armor barrier.
Wow, this is so great. This is so cool. There's so much. Holy moly. Barrier, Beast Friend, Disguise, Entangle, Farsight, Fear, Fly, Havoc, Invisibility, Mind Reading, Pummel, Puppet, Quickness, Slumber, Speak Languages, Speed, Stun, Telekinesis. What the hell?
Telekinesis, yo. Do you have telekinesis?
Can't get that.
I can't. It's seasoned, yeah.
Oh, nice.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
This is a whole new spell book I have to memorize. I can't do that.
I mean, that's why you're only starting with 3 powers, right?
Yeah. I can control 3. I can do that.
How's it coming there, Rich?
I'm almost done. I'm literally just adding, like I said, I'm adding like nonsense, and then I have to like add one skill. Oh, I accidentally put a fan in. I don't want a fan. Fans are expensive. You got fan money?
What?
The answer is no. No, we don't have fan.
Fan money?
I just to make sure I took the flask or two. That's all. So 2 flasks, which then makes it set way I have whatever the equivalent of 0.15 money is. I have 0.15 money left.
Cool. Well, then
to spend as my heart's content.
Then with that, your sheets are basically done. The last things for you to do is to decide your character's background. What was your first encounter with the supernaturals? Did you seek out the Rippers, or did they come looking for you? Come up with your background and your name. And when we return to begin this adventure, you'll be able to share it in character.
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
Heck yeah.
Next time.
Thank you so much for taking the time to enjoy our show. Come back tomorrow for the next part of this one-shot adventure. But if you want more now, the rest of this one-shot is up on our Patreon. Plus, this will continue in a full campaign exclusive for our patrons. So, if you're enjoying the show, consider joining to help support the channel and get some more tabletop content. If you want to stay up to date on our releases, you can join our new Discord. Check the description for a link. Don't have Discord? No worries. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at RPG Blender. Or subscribe on your podcast app of choice. Music is The Punk Rock Show by My Free Mickey. Copyright 2012, licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution license. Thank you again, and remember, there's gaming outside the Forgotten Realms.